Okay. So, Mount Taranaki is a special mountain.
It's like there's some part of my soul that really has bought into these stories and these legends, because it feels like this is not just a landmass or a geographical feature in New Zealand. It has a temperament and a soul.
Looking up at the mountain, it just looks so easy and accessible, but it's actually one of the most dangerous mountains in New Zealand to climb.
Challenging situations can either pull people apart or really bring them together. And now, even though I've known, Evelina for 2 weeks, and this has been my first time on a ski trip with Janina, I'm ending it all up feeling like they're really good friends of mine.
When I first started skiing, I was 6 years old. I always wanted to do what my older brother was doing. I wanted to be strong just like him, and I wanted to be doing what he was doing.
Janina is, for me, she's such a powerful individual. She's inspiring, and her skiing shows that. I was maybe 3 years old, and it was all because of my dad. He brought us into the mountains, me and my siblings.
Evelina is a really fun and sparkly personality to be around.
Despite her size, she is a ripping skier, and she will push and push and push until she gets the shot.
I first started skiing around the age of 4. My mum would let me just roll around the mountain with my pack of friends without any parents, and just that feeling of freedom became addictive from a young age, and it still hasn't left me.
Her energy is so nice to be around, because when she skis, she's just happy and in her flow and having a good time.
Hey Dave, it's Janina calling.
Hey Janina, how are you?
I'm good. I talked to the crew and we've decided that we're going to hold out at Manganui Lodge and wait for the rain to ease. But if it doesn't, we'll just bunker down and hike over tomorrow morning around 6 a.m.
Yeah, it's a bit, obviously a bit disappointing, but that's, what it's like in the mountains, the nature of weather and things. Maybe we'll just do text in or something at 6.
Yeah, sounds good.
So you're going.
Initially, the objective for this expedition was for 3 of us girls to summit and ski all 4 volcanoes in the area.
But we didn't even get off Mount Taranaki. The day we summited was bluebird, no wind. Started hiking, and as we got closer and closer to the top, the clag just came in thicker and thicker.
When conditions are that icy and that hard, even mellow-looking slopes are really sketchy and potentially dangerous.
You always need to respect the mountains. I always have that in my back head, okay, it looks easy, but maybe it's not that easy as it looks.
It was just horrendous at times.
The wind was just blowing so hard, and we were on this really steep face, and it was really icy.
I think the mountain seemed to be toying with us while we were here.
Skiing down on a mountain you don't know in a total whiteout, it can be a little bit scary if you don't know where you're going.
Mount Taranaki was a challenge for us.
Though the terrain isn't too extreme, the weather turns it into a mountain that should not be messed with. For me now, I've come to the realisation that the mountains help enable a connection both to nature and to other people. If Taranaki had just put on the best weather for us the whole time, we never would have had these opportunities.
It's a way of the universe telling us to really get to know the people around this area and to really dig deep into their stories.
I think as skiers, that's something that sometimes we miss. We travel to all these really cool places, we get there, we go to the resort and we just ski and we almost block out everything around it.
We're going surfing.
Every single person that we've met is so unique and has this special story to tell.
We had the pleasure to have a surf day with Paige Harrod, who is a local professional surfer from this region.
Paige is such a humble and beautiful person.
It was great to be out in the water with her and have such a legend from this region teach us how to surf. It was such a crazy week trying to summit Mount Taranaki, but it all came down to the last day and we had one last chance to get the skiing that we came here to get.
You can watch forecast after forecast, but at the end of the day, you just have to get out there and see what happens. We just got to remind ourselves that we are always free and we're always joy. That's our natural state of being.
With these trips, things never go to plan, and despite the challenges, we met so many amazing people along the way.
If Taranaki had just put on the best weather for us the whole time, we never would have had these opportunities.
I feel like that was actually, maybe that was the plan from the beginning, but we didn't really know it.